What's up? Inflatable enthusiast here, and I got a super awesome review for you guys today. This is on the Gemmy 2023 6.5 foot wide Airblown inflatable Oogie Boogie with Wheel of Death. I am so excited to do this review. When we first saw this thing leaked last year, I knew immediately that I had to have it. It is, in my opinion, the greatest Oogie Boogie inflatable Gemmy has made so far. I just think it's perfect. It perfectly captures his character, and a lot of fans were wondering if Gemmy was going to make a design like this for years, you know. Everyone wants Oogie Boogie with his wheel. Everyone wanted the mayor with his car, and we finally got this one. I hope Gemmy makes an inflatable of the mayor this year because I'm trying to complete my Nightmare Before Christmas collection. I'm trying to get like every character in inflatable form because The Nightmare Before Christmas is one of my all-time favorite movies. And I, want to do a big Nightmare Before Christmas scene in the display this year. So I really hope they do re-release an inflatable of the mayor because the original one with, him, lock, shock, and barrel, and they rotate is like insanely hard to come across now, and it usually sells for sometimes even upwards of like $500, which is absurd. But yeah, hopefully they do that this year, but we got this design last year, and like I said, as soon as I saw it, I wanted to get it. I couldn't use it because I did the classic display, but I knew after the season I was going to track this thing down and try to get it for a good price, and I definitely did. I paid about $40, 40 or 50 bucks for this from the Diggity's Decoration Shack guide that I've mentioned in a few of my videos a few weeks ago. So I paid an amazing price for this thing. I'm so happy. I think it retailed for $129.99, which is not a bad price, but I was really afraid that this was going to be a highly sought after item after the season and that I was going to struggle to get it, but thankfully that was not the case, and I got it for an amazing deal. So yeah, as you can see, the front of the box is really cool. It's all like black and white colors, similar to the Halloween Town or Pumpkin King like box art scheme from the past few years for Nightmare Before Christmas. I still do prefer those box arts though from like Lowe's last year and the year before with the Nightmare Before Christmas stuff. This is a little bit too like noir for me. Like it's just black and white. It's kind of boring, but it is cool. You can see the inflatable right there. It says wheel turns, 6.5 feet wide. Cool image of Jack Skellington and the Nightmare Before Christmas 30th anniversary. That's another thing that happened last year. It was the 30th anniversary of the Nightmare Before Christmas, and honestly, it was really disappointing. Besides this inflatable, I don't think we really got too many great NBC designs. The design with Finkelstein and Sally was cool, but I never got that one, and I don't plan on getting it because I feel like they ruined it with the stupid purple light in Finkelstein's head and then the flashing LED in the skull. It's just weird. Other than that, those two weird things, though, it is a pretty good design, but, again, kind of boring. And I can't think off the top of my head any other really cool designs we got for NBC last year, which everyone was expecting to be, to get some kind of giant cool scene, maybe even a light show, something special for the 30th anniversary, and they really didn't do anything. So it was kind of disappointing, but again, at least we got this design. So let's get into it. See, the side there is cool. You got barrel, shock, and lock. And then, again, a picture of the inflatable there. The back here, you have the little vampire teddy along with another picture. Oogie Boogie, Airblown inflatable, wheel turns, lights up, self-inflates in seconds, easy setup. And then Disney Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas. 2023 Gemmy Industries, again the tombstone with the 30th anniversary, and then this side has Sally with another picture. The top here is really cool. Again, you have the logo and then Oogie Boogie animated Airblown inflatable with 0 up in the top corner. So yeah, let's just get into this. I've already opened it and inflated it when I got it. I've had it about 2 weeks now. Yeah, this thing was shipped to me double boxed, and when I opened this thing up, the box was like absolutely beautiful. Like it was so perfect. you might have noticed like a second ago, some of the corners are already kind of bent on mine. That's because where I store it in the basement, it's like, you know, I have other boxes around it and on top of it. But yeah, you can see here the milky white bags that they use nowadays, which I said in the past I don't care for. They look cheaper, they feel cheaper, and they just, I don't know, they look gross too. You can see like every little wrinkle in them, but it's not a huge deal. What matters is the actual item, I guess. So, when I took this out, it was in my garage. I don't know if there'll be much room in this little hallway here, but I like using this room because it's easier to see the lights in the inflatables because there's not too many windows around. And the garage is like 85 degrees right now. It's ridiculously hot, so I did not want to do that. But yeah, this thing has a YEF 125. I'm not going to try to get to the camera. I'm not going to try to get to the fan on camera because that'll just be nauseating. So I'll just zip it up for you guys and then we'll plug it in and inflate it. Again, having issues with my editing software and not really able to cut videos right now. So everything I'm doing is being done in one take. Hopefully it's not too awful and hopefully I can get it fixed soon, but I apologize. Yeah, and also again, thank you for 1,000 subscribers. I know I said that about 40 times in my video last week of the short circuit ghost ghoul or ghost girl. And I also said in that video that I don't currently have, you know, an idea for 1,000 subscriber special, but I think I got something really, really cool recently. So expect a review on it in the next few weeks, and that will be the 1,000 subscriber special because I think it's a really, really unique item that I haven't seen anyone else that has. So stay tuned for that. That'll be the 1,000 subscriber special. But yeah, plug this in and inflate it now. Yeah, it is kind of sideways. I believe Oogie Boogie is unzipped as well. Yeah, he is. Let me fix this real quick. Alrighty, I apologize for that. Like I said, Oogie Boogie was unzipped. So yeah, this is one issue I had when I was originally inflating it. It does not stand on its own very easily because it is very front heavy, just due to the nature of the design. But here it is. It just barely fits in here, but I'm glad it does. So yeah, an awesome, awesome design. I honestly don't really know what I would change with it. I think it's pretty much perfect. I love it a lot. Two things, I guess. I can think of two things that I might personally, well, I can't change it, but two things that I would prefer. One, somehow make Oogie, like, you know, spinning the wheel or the crank to move the wheel like he does in the movie. I think that would have been cool. But, you know, just having him stand in front of it is fine. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. And I don't really know how they could do that anyways, because it would have to, like, endlessly spin and he would get tangled up. It would be hard to do that. So I can see why they chose this. Again, nothing wrong with this. These are just little minor gripes that I think would be cool to change or, you know, would be unique. The only other thing I would change on this inflatable is instead of giving it, as you can see, the wheel just turns side to side. It doesn't rotate a full 360 like it should. That's obviously because, you know, it has C7s in there, and if it rotated 360, it would tangle up the wire and it would just be awful. It wouldn't work. I think what they should have done is take the C7s out of the wheel, give the printing or the fabric kind of like neon reflective colors, made it spin 360, and then given you a black light to project onto the inflatable. Gemmy has done that in the past. There are black light inflatables that, you know, light up like that, and they give you a little black light projector that you can stake into the ground. I think that would have been more movie accurate, and I think it would look really cool. Unfortunately, they didn't do that, but, you know, this idea works just fine as well, and it's probably a little bit easier. But I think that would have looked a little bit cooler. But that's just my personal opinion. You might think that that's a stupid idea, and that's fine. I just personally think that could have been interesting and a little bit more like movie accurate. But yeah, anyways, we'll actually get into the design now. So you have Oogie Boogie here. He has a pretty standard Oogie design. He has his angry eyes though, which is like what they use on the 14-foot Oogie, and his more open, like kind of angry face, like expression, I guess you could say. He's holding his 2 dice right there. He inflates amazing. This thing absolutely wants to explode. Here and on the base of the wheel, you cannot push on it if you tried. Again, it's starting to lean forward now. I had it standing up perfect a minute ago. I guess I shouldn't really touch this. Yeah, now it's leaning forward a little bit, and Oogie's kind of scraping on it. I don't really know what to do. I don't know how I had it, but it was standing fine 2 seconds ago. Yeah, I don't know. I can't touch it anymore, I guess, because it'll fall. But, yeah, the wheel itself is awesome, too. You have the skeleton on it, like in the movie. He looks just like the one in the movie as well. Got some bats on there and some cool, like, kind of wooden designs, I guess you could say. I'm not sure, but I think it's supposed to be like a giant dartboard. I'm not sure, though. It might just, you know, just be a wheel. Oogie's connected right there with a gray tube. That's how he gets inflated. You can see the stitching along the side of him looks fantastic. He has 4 tether loops, 1 there and 1 on his foot. And then 1 on the other side and 1 on his foot there as well. And I'm really glad they gave you this. You have 2 tether loops on either side of the wheel, and they did give you 1 on the back. So the exact issue I'm having right now with it falling can be easily fixed with this tether. I can pull it back and it'll stand up perfectly. So that's great that they include that. Again, this thing wants to explode. You cannot push on it if you tried. You can see the fan down there. Again, it's lifting off the ground. That's why it won't stay straight. But it's just very front heavy because of the giant animation motor there. So, and then the outside, like, outline, I guess, of the wheel is like that lime green color. So it looks like Oogie's color. So, yeah, I'll go dim the lights and we'll look at it in the dark. So, it lights up really good. Oogie lights up great. The wheel, not so much. It's still a little bright in here, obviously, because of the window there. But I had this lit up in the complete dark in the garage, and it really didn't light up super great. So, again, I think my idea with the black light could have been cool, and it would have been more effective, but, you know, that's asking for a lot. This design is still great. I highly recommend picking one up, especially if you can get it for as cheap as I did. I have a feeling in a few years this thing's going to become very rare, so. But, yeah, anyways, that's about it for this review. Thank you for watching. I'm the Inflatable Enthusiast, and I'll see you guys next time. Stay tuned for the 1,000 subscriber special. I guarantee most of you might not even have seen what it is yet. So, yeah. Anyways, bye.